Gentlemen, would you please remove your cap, please?
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County Basketball and Football YouTube live pages is being brought to you by Pat and Jade Nichols, attorney at law. Proud to support Tucker County Sports. Jim's All-Star, hot food, cold beverages, and gas. Mike Rosenall, your Tucker County Commissioner, wishing all Tucker County High School Mountain Lions a safe and successful season. Atkins Home Center and Southern States of Parsons. Mr. Pizza of Parsons, home of the Mr. Big. More than just pizza, try our subs, salads, and wings. Robert Estates Incorporated, serving all of your general contracting needs. United Financial Service, auto, life, and commercial insurance plus annuities. Grand Slam Grill. Visit us for our signature burgers and our fresh cut fries. St. George Medical Clinic, locations in St. George, Parsons, and Canaan Valley. Grant Valley Bank, committed to the communities we serve. Mountain State Brewery and Pizza. Fargo Insurance Group, your local nationwide insurance agent. This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast is also being brought to you by Riccatelli Fencing and Lumber Company, your local rustic fence provider. Kidwell Auto Parts, with locations in Parsons and Thomas. Bob Gutschall, your local State Farm insurance agent. Cortland Acres, the nature of care. Choose us for your long-term care, rehab, and therapy needs. Mountain Valley Bank, locations in Parsons, Elkins, and Mill Creek. Stumptown Ales, open daily in downtown Davis. Taggart's Valley Orthopedics, now located at Davis Medical Center in Elkins. The Paint Store, your local Benjamin Moore paint supplier. The Grove Cafe and Bakery, located on Virginia Avenue in Petersburg. The Spectacle Family Eye Care, your local eye care provider, located in Petersburg. Sirianni's Cafe, with locations in Davis and Canaan Valley. And by Miners and Merchants Bank. Call the Friendly Bank for your next loan. And now back to more exciting Mountain Lions action right here, TuckerCountySports.com.
And welcome to Tucker County Field here in Parsons, the 1984 Alumni Stadium here at R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field. Dave Helmick with you. I'm your host for tonight's game. Tucker County, Pendleton, getting ready to square off here in Parsons. Tucker County comes into the contest at 5-0, and they had wins against Pocahontas, Taggart's Valley, East Hardy, Gilmer, and last week, overtime win against Eastern Local Ohio by the score of 28-22. Pendleton comes in at 3-1. And they were off last week with a bye. The week before, they got a win against Richwood, and they have losses against Greenbrier West, East Hardy, and Petersburg. Should be a good one tonight as Pendleton comes in to take on our Mountain Lions. Had a chance to sit down with the head coach of Tucker County before the game and had that interview with you right now. Dave Helmick, Tucker County Sports here with head coach A.J. Rapp. Coach, haven't got with you yet this preseason, but it rolled off 5 in a row here and looking pretty good. Last week, a hard-fought win at Eastern Local Ohio, and just talking briefly about that game, a overtime win. Made it a little harder than it needed to be, it sounded like, but you guys pulled through.
Yeah, I mean, they were a good physical football team. Like I said the other night to Fred and them on the radio that we walked out on the field, I wondered what I got myself into because they were big. I mean, they were some big old boys over there, and give our guys credit. They pounded at him, kept playing, and, we got to that overtime, and I felt pretty confident in overtime we had the edge there.
Yeah, 4 turnovers, obviously, you don't like that, but you overcome 4 turnovers and win. That's always a good thing for the teaching the next week on the film.
Yeah, I had to hear it from Coach Anderson all week because they only gave up 1 offensive touchdown, or 1 defensive touchdown. And of course, offense gave up 1 in the end zone, stuff like that. But it's a good thing we overcome that. I mean, you're going to have some adversity. You don't like that. 5 turnovers, obviously. I'll be honest. One of the turnovers was I told Ethan take a shot. If they pick it off, they pick it off. It's just as good as a punt. So, that's not on him. That was on me. We tried something, it didn't work. But the other turnovers definitely got to fix. One was a little bit of questionable call on a kickoff. Our kid thought it was about rolling on the white line, and evidently the referee didn't. So that was one of them on the kickoff, on the second half kickoff. But we won't let that happen again.
Halfway through the season, pretty much, your assessment of your defense so far. The problems stopping the run, they've held off pretty good here.
Yeah, we're not great at stopping the run yet. I mean, it's hard to gauge a team like when we played last week against Eastern, who I think only threw 5 passes, and 4 of them were in overtime last week. So they only threw 1 in the regular time trying to get downfield before halftime. And, a team runs the ball. They're going to gain some yards. But I'll tell you what, our guys are surprising me this year. We're running the ball better than we have been offensively, and vice versa. Those same kids are playing our defensive line, and we're stopping the run okay.
And then your evaluation of your offense, obviously, you have some ups and downs. Weather was one of those games problem, but talk a little bit about your offense. You're obviously running the ball better, but talk about everything.
Well, that's last year was easier because nobody knew what to expect from us. And Maddox had a big season for us last year, with 1,400 yards receiving and Ethan throwing for 2,900 and whatever. Teams know that now, and they're taking Maddox away from us, but that's okay. I told him the other day, I said, you're probably not going to have the stats you had last year, but at the end of the day, we're probably going to be a better team for it because they're taking a guy out of the box, and Jared's now picking up where we couldn't last year, run the ball. Well, I don't say couldn't, but didn't as effectively. I mean, I feel more comfortable now knowing that if he hands it off, we're good, or if he throws it, we're good.
And lastly, you got Pendleton coming in here tonight. A little Pendleton team. It's not a normal Pendleton team in my book. They're down a little bit this year. Still got some athletes, still capable of putting some points on the board. Give your assessment of them. Yeah,
I mean, Coach Smith does a good job over there. I mean, I've honestly thought last year we were better than them too, and we had a dogfight there for a long time till the 4th quarter. And I watch every film from last year that we played them and try to see things they did and we did. I know it's totally different teams, but he does a good job with them. You got to respect them. You don't take anything lightly. They've played some good ball teams. I mean, they played Greenbrier West in the first game of the season, and they've played some teams that we haven't. And we got to come out here and play like we're 0-0.
And lastly, we'll ask it every time. One thing you got to do tonight to control this game and get a win.
Offensively, we got to cut down on those turnovers we talked about, and we talked about that all week long here at practice. And then defensively, our number one goal every single week is keep that run number down. We feel if we can make a team throw on us, then that's our advantage because we got a heck of a bunch of athletes in that secondary.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck.
All right, thank you, Dave.
That was Tucker County head coach A.J. Rapp. We'll be back with more of the pregame after this.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School football and basketball YouTube live page is being brought to you by Pat and Jaden Nichols, attorney at law, Jim's All-Star, Mike Rosenall, your Tucker County Commissioner, Atkins Home Center and Southern States of Parsons, Mr. Pizza of Parsons, Robert Estates Incorporated, United Financial Service, Grand Slam Grill, St. George Medical Clinic, Grant County Bank, Mountain State Brewery and Pizza, and by Fargo Insurance Group. And now back to more exciting action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
All right, we're back here, R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field, class of 1984 stadium. Dave Helmick with you. Tucker County, Pendleton getting ready to get things going here, football. And before we get started, just want to talk a little bit about Tucker County's upcoming schedule. They will travel to, is a little change from the regular season. They will travel to Moorfield next week. That's the same. Their bye week has been moved to the week of October 13th, and that was supposed to be a Southern game. Southern ended their varsity season due to injuries and not enough players. So we're not playing Southern on the 13th. We picked up Smithburg, Maryland, which we will play on the 20th, which was originally our bye week, and that will be the 20th here at home against Smithburg, Maryland. The remaining schedule is the same. Petersburg on the 27th of October, and then Hampshire on the 3rd of October, all being home. That will be homecoming. The 20th will be the homecoming game, and all the homecoming festivities will be on the same week. That was going to be different up until the Southern deal. So just wanted to throw that out, the updated schedule. So on the road next week at Moorfield. The following week will be their bye week. And then the next 3 games after that, the 20th, the 27th, and the 3rd of November, will all be here at R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field. Tucker County out of the locker room. Pendleton yet to come out, but the captain's just about ready to go down and meet for the coin flip. It's been a while since we've been here. Seems like we haven't had a home game, but it's been since September 1st, so it's almost been a month since we've been here, and that was the Taggarts Valley game here. Tucker County's been on the road at East Hardy, at Gilmer, and then at Eastern Local Ohio last week. So we're ready for some football here in Parsons. A beautiful night for football. Temperatures today were hovering around 80 degrees, mid to upper 70s, and still the temperature hasn't dropped off quite yet. But nonetheless, we're ready for some football, and the captains are meeting out in front of us, and the coin toss will happen, and we'll get the results there. Tucker County, if they win it, they'll defer it. That's what they always do. So we'll see what happens here. I do have another announcement to make, and I'll probably mention this more than once tonight. Our Tucker County cross-country team has a home meet tomorrow at Camp Kidd. That's tomorrow morning. The first race will get started at 10 a.m. So if you have never been to a cross-country meet, I encourage you to go down, check these kids out. They work hard for what they do. They only have usually one home meet a year. So let's go cheer those folks on. Looks like Tucker County's won the toss, and they'll defer, just like I predicted. So Pendleton will get the ball to start it. So we're going to have Pendleton on offense first, and the Wildcats will start it. And pardon me tonight, I'm down in the weather. I may let out a cough here. I'll try not to do that to you, but hopefully my voice holds up here through the night. And I anticipate to have a special guest at halftime. I'm going to make that a surprise. Not mention that yet, just in case the special guest don't show up. But I think he will. And also at halftime, I think they're going to recognize the middle school and little league football players. So we'll try to get that to you maybe if we can. Well, thank everybody for tuning in, and we're about ready to have some football here on a Friday night, the last Friday of September. All righty. Ball is teed up for Ethan Rosenall for Tucker County. And these number 4 ranked Mountain Lions are ready to play some home football here. At least one here, and then they'll be on the road, and then 3 to end the season. Kick is away by Rosenall. Low kick rolling, picked up by Pendleton. Up the middle they come and hit hard and dropped by Jared Reel is number 24 for Pendleton, and that is Harvey. Gabriel Harvey with the run back, but Jared Reel with the hammer there to end it. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line for Pendleton, 1st and 10 from there. Quarterback for Pendleton is number 8, and his name is James Vinsel. Vinsel in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the right. Now they'll switch. He'll go 3 receivers to the left, running back to his left. He's in the shotgun. Snap back. He'll run it. Straight up the middle comes Vinsel. Vinsel's hit hard by Reel and dropped for a minimal gain. And
on the carry for the Wildcats. Reel on the top for the Mountain Lions brings up a second down and 6.
And they called that Smith. I believe that was Vinsel. Vinsel now will not be at the quarterback. Snap comes back, and number 16 has it for Pendleton. He's going to have a first down. That is Smith, as he'll gain about 6 or 7 yards here. We'll get the yardage here shortly. Put the ball down at the 46-yard line. Pass out in the flat, caught and dropped. Pass by Vinsel was caught by number 5, Owens, but he's hit and dropped immediately. They'll give him forward progress to the 45, but that'll be a loss of a yard. Actually, a loss of 2 yards. So that pass went for -2. We'll catch up with the yardage here in a second. Another hit run here by Smith as he drags tacklers forward for a positive gain. And that's 16 again. That's Dylan Smith with the run. Put him up to the 46-yard line. 10-yard gain there. About a 9-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Now it's a false start. Nope. Defense offsides. So offsides on Tucker County. As I try to catch up with the yardage here. So a penalty brings it up to the 41-yard line of Tucker County. Snap comes back. Vinsel hands it to Smith. Smith's hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him about a yard, maybe 2. So we'll give him 2 yards on that carry. Move the ball up to the 39-yard line. Second down and 8 for Pendleton. As they're putting together a pretty nice drive here. Vinsel in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the right. He'll throw on that side. Number 11 with the catch, but he's caught and dropped for a short gain. That tackle made by Reed Cosmore. Number 11, Kirkendall, on the catch. Going to mark the ball at the 38. He's going to gain a yard. So 1 yard pass play there to Kirkendall. Pendleton now, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now they'll motion somebody. Back cross is a pitch to number 5, and that is Owens, and Owens is hit and dropped immediately. He'll lose a yard. Back to the 39. So -1 on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd down, or actually 4th down and long, 4th and 8. Looks like they're going to maybe punt it here. Let's see what they do. They got punt formation out there. See if they do it. Snap over his head and tracked down, but it's going to be a big-time play for Tucker County as the snap goes over Owens' head, and a punt is not done. It's a turnover on downs, and the ball is going to go back to Tucker County all the way back to the 43 of Pendleton County. So a big play there by Tucker County's special teams. Gets them good field position to start their first offensive possession. 8:13 left in the first quarter. Here's Rosenall in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now, Adams will motion across. They'll throw it to Adams. Adams got a blocker out there. Makes a man miss to the 40, the 35. Runs out of bounds about the 32-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him about the 33-yard line. It's going to be a 10-yard gain there. It's going to move the chains. 1st and 10 for Tucker County. So good job there. A little bubble screen to Blake Adams. Moves the chains. 1st and 10. Tucker. Ball's at the 32-yard line. Yes, they do mark it to 32. So 11-yard gain. Here's Tucker in the shotgun. Is Rosenall. And he'll hand it off this time to Real. Real makes a cut to the right. He strings it out. He's going to be dropped. And a minimal gain. He does hustle and get back to the 30 and makes a couple yards. That play was blew up, and it was all Real could do to get 2 yards. So good job there by Jared Real to string that out and get a couple yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. Ball's at the Pendleton 30. Rosenall in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right. 1 to his left. And they hand it to Adams. Adams makes a man miss and gets hit hard. Ball's out. And Pendleton has it. Fumble on the play. And Blake Adams coughs it up to give Tucker County their first turnover of the game. And Pendleton has the ball back at their own 26, 27-yard line. So Pendleton defense steps up there and gets the stop. First and 10 for Pendleton. Ball's at their own 27. Vincel hands it off to Smith. Smith hit and dropped. He'll be thrown for a loss or maybe a minimal gain. And we're going to give him back the line of scrimmage. So put it back down at the 27. 2nd down and 10. Pendleton now. 2nd down and 10. Shotgun. He'll pitch it out. They fake the sweep. He's looking to pass. He's got a man out there, and it's caught. Hauled in by number 11. And that is Kirkendall, and he'll have positive yardage. They mark him out up to about the 33, 34-yard line. Let's see where they put it down at. They put it down at the 34-yard line. 7-yard gain there for Pendleton. So 7 yards there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 a long 3. Run inside by Kirkendall, and he's going to be short of the yard to gain. Give him the 36, 37-yard line. He's going to be short. Actually, they gave him the first down. Wow. That is a gift. And Rapp's wanting a measurement, and they're not going to do it. Wow. That was close. Well, they moved the chains, give him a first down. And Rapp wanting a measurement, I guess he don't get what he wants. That was close, folks. I think for 4th down, that should probably been a measurement, but nonetheless, it wasn't, and we play on. Two receivers to the left, one to the right for Pendleton. Vincel, he'll hand it off. Kirkendall running hard up the middle. He'll have about 6 or 7 yards here on first down. And a good job by them up to the 44-yard line. 7-yard gain there for Kirkendall. Run up the middle, this time Smith, and he'll have positive yardage. He gets a generous spot, a bad spot. His knee was down back behind the 35, and they give him the 36. Or actually the 46. 2-yard gain by Smith. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Smith with the run, and he's going to have the first down as they go to the left. Student body left, and they get the first down barely. And they move the chains. 1st and 10. That was Smith again. And they'll put the ball down at the 47-yard line. Needed one, he got one. 1st and 10. Ball almost at midfield. Here's Pendleton. Shotgun. Heavy to the left. They fake that, and they're looking for a pass. Nobody open. He throws it out there. Pass is caught, but he's out of bounds. There's no way he was in bounds. They got a flag on the play. I don't know what the flag's going to be here, but illegal man downfield. So that's going to back him up here if Tucker chooses. So Tucker will back him up here. I know, actually Tucker's going to decline it.
Penalty has been declined. 2nd down.
So they decline the penalty. And that pass was almost caught there. He just didn't get his feet down. Caught the pass. So now Tucker, they decline the penalty and elect to not back him up here. So 2nd and 10 for Pendleton. They'll hand it off. Nope, they throw it out to the outside. Smith has a nice gain. He's got a first down on the pass play. And it's going to be a first down for Pendleton inside Tucker territory to the 39-yard line. So
Adams on the stop for the outline, brings up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
14-yard play there on the pass. So run to the left goes nowhere. It's going to be a loss on the play. They're going to give him a generous spot again. Mark the ball up to the 41. They loses 2 on the run, does Smith. And Tucker County is going to have to bow up here and stop this run. 4 minutes left in the first quarter, still scoreless, 0-0. Pendleton driving. One receiver to each side. Tight end, 2 tight ends to the right for Pendleton. fumble. Smith at quarterback there. Snap comes back to him, and he bobbles it. Dylan Smith.
Fumble on the play.
It's going to be a big loss for them.
Wildcats recover.
Mark it back to the 46-yard line.
Brings up a third
A
down.
loss of
6
5.
For the Wildcats.
So they rotating Smith and Vincel at quarterback. Now Dylan Smith is there at quarterback. Well, and actually it's Vincel. Smith beside of him. He's looking to pass. Ball's tipped up in the air, incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down and long for Pendleton. And they're going to have to punt again. Good job on the defense for Tucker to tip that pass. Not sure who tipped it. It might have been Gavin Molyneux. He's a D end on that side. I don't know for sure. Didn't see it, but good D anyway by Tucker. Here's the punt. This time they do get the snap down, but the kick is way out of bounds over in the crowd on the sideline there, and they're going to mark it all the way up to the 30-yard line of Tucker. So Tucker will take over again. 1st and 10 on the 30. Scores 0-0. 3:14 left in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Tucker County, their first possession, had the ball in Pendleton territory, but fumbled it at around the 30 of Pendleton, and Pendleton recovered. Now Tucker on their second drive of the night here, take over in their own territory at their own 30. 3 receivers to the right for Rosenall. He'll hand it off to Real. Real makes a man miss, cuts inside, still running hard, has positive yardage up to the 35-yard line. They're going to give him 5, I believe, on that first down play. So put the ball up to the 35-yard line for Jared Real. 5-yard run there on first down. 2:50 and ticking on the first quarter clock. 2 receivers to each side for Tucker. Rosenall in the shotgun. No safety deep for Pendleton. They look out there to Adams. Adams got it. He makes a man miss. And that guy up on him after the tackle. Tackle made by number 58. Don't have a number for 58. Yes, I do. Spencer Hartman. But Adams gets up to the 42-yard line. It's going to move the chains, a 7-yard gain for Tucker on that pass play. So Rosenall to Adams, 7 yards, 1st and 10, Tucker, as we go to 2 minutes left in the first quarter. 3 receivers to the right, none to the left for Tucker County here. Rosenall in the shotgun. Snap back. He'll throw it out there to Anderson. Anderson tries to make a guy miss. Still on his feet. He does make a man miss to the 50. Crosses midfield, and he's tackled over there where the chains are. Very dangerous there with the chains. And they'll mark him across midfield to the 48-yard line of Pendleton. A nice move by Maddox. 10-yard play there from Rosenall to Anderson. Anderson was dead to rights at the line of scrimmage, and he made a man miss and made a great move. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Tucker. Rosenall. Snap back. He'll hand it off to Real. Real's got room on the right. To the 40, to the 35. Still on his feet. He's run out of bounds past the 35-yard line. And they're going to mark him right at the 35-yard line. And that's exactly where they put it down. A big gain there. 13 yards on the run by Real. No one home there on that right side when they handed it off. Three receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rosenall in the shotgun. He's got Real in the backfield with him. He'll throw it to Maddox Anderson again out there. And he makes a man miss, dives for the first down marker, but he's probably going to be short as they mark it about the actually the 26-yard line. If they mark it there, he's a yard short. Yep, 9-yard play, 9-yard pass play there. Anderson on that reception from Rosenau. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. 49 seconds left in the first quarter. They'll give it to Real. Real, again, not much on that right side of defense for defense is concerned, and Real gets a big gain down inside the 20. We got a hurt player on Pendleton. Hurt player still down. Let's see where they marked the ball. They put it down at the 18-yard line. 8-yard gain for Real. Not sure who's down for Pendleton as he gets up. It is Kirkendall, I believe. Yep. Justice Kirkendall. 5'5" senior. Shaking up on the play. He's off the field here on his own power. Good to see. And they get a little bit of a timeout break here, but not much. Officials blowing the whistle, trying to get them back going here. And 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Tucker County driving again in Pendleton territory. Again, if you're just joining us, early in the first quarter, Tucker County had it down in this territory but fumbled the football, and Pendleton recovered it, ending the Tucker County drive. This is just the second drive for Tucker today. Rosenau in the shotgun. He'll throw it to Adams. Adams looking for a block. He gets hit and dropped. Minimal gain. He'll have it close to the 25. I'm sorry, the 15. They mark him right at the 15. 3-yard gain there to Adams. And looks like it's going to be the end of the first quarter as the score remains 0-0 here in Parsons. We'll be back with second quarter action here on TuckerCountySports.com.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School basketball and football YouTube live pages are being brought to you by Riccatelli Fencing and Lumber Company, Kidwell Auto Parts, Bob Gutshaw, your local State Farm insurance agent, Cortland Acres, The Nature of Care, Mountain Valley Bank, Stumptown Ales, Tigard's Valley Orthopedics, The Paint Store, The Grove Cafe and Bakery, The Spectacle Family Eye Center, Sirianni's Cafe, and by Miners and Merchants Bank. And now back to more exciting Tucker County action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
All right, we're back here at R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field, class of 1984 stadium. Dave Helmick with you, Pendleton, Tucker County. Into the first quarter, the score is 0-0. Tucker County in the red zone, though, driving here. Their second drive of the night. As they have the ball at the Pendleton 15-yard line here to start this second quarter. Two receivers to each side for Tucker. Anderson in the backfield with Rosenau, and they'll motion him out, and they'll throw it. And actually, they fake it to Anderson. They throw it over the top to Racer Channel, and he is hit, but no penalty, and pass is incomplete. So a little eye candy there for Maddox to draw him to him and maybe try to throw it to Racer Channel. And the ball was a back shoulder pass. Channel tried to come back for it, and the defender kind of ran into him. I thought maybe we'd get a penalty, but nope, no flag. Two receivers to each side for Tucker. 3rd down and 7 here at the 15. Rosenau. Snap comes back. He's looking. Got a guy across the middle, and he missed him. This time he throws it into coverage and almost intercepted. A guy was streaking across the end zone, and Rosenau missed him. tried to force it in there, and Pendleton almost intercepted it. It's going to be 4th down and 7.
4th down and 7 for the Mount Lions.
And Tucker going for the end zone there. They could get a 1st down here inside the 10. Thought maybe they would run the ball there just to get a 4th down and manageable here, but nonetheless, 4th and 7 for Tucker here at Pendleton 15. Rosenall back to pass again, looking for a screen. Up top he goes to Garrett Wilfong, and high point the ball does Wilfong, and it's a touchdown. 15 yards out to Wilfong. A great high point pass and a great catch by Garrett Wilfong for the touchdown. First score of the game. It comes with 11:43 left in the second quarter. Two-point conversion coming here for Tucker. Rosenall in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the left. And Reel in the backfield beside of him. He'll hand it off. No, he fakes the handoff. Out in the flat is Wilfong. Easy pitch and catch for 2. And we'll pause for this message here and come back after this here on TuckerCountySports.com.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School football and basketball YouTube live page is being brought to you by Pat and Jaden Nichols, attorney at law. Jim's All-Star. Mike Rosenall, your Tucker County Commissioner. Atkins Home Center in Southern States of Parsons. Mr. Pizza of Parsons. Robert Estates Incorporated. United Financial Service. Grand Slam Grill. St. George Medical Clinic. Grant County Bank, Mountain State Brewery and Pizza, and by Fargo Insurance Group. And now back to more exciting action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
And we're back here. R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field, class of 1984 stadium, as Tucker County takes the lead 8-0 against Pendleton here. And 11:43 left. That touchdown came on a 15-yard pass play from Rosenall to Wilfong on a 4th down play, 4th and 7, to make it 8-0 Tucker. Kickoff coming from Rosenall. We're in the second quarter, 11:43 left. Kick away. Fumbled by Pendleton, and they jump on it. Jumping on is number 12, Nicholas Rhodes. 1st and 10 for Pendleton. The ball will be placed right about the 35-yard line of Pendleton. And that's where they put it down. 1st and 10. Pendleton looking to get on the board here. Had a successful drive inside Tucker territory on their last drive, but wasn't able to convert, had to punt it away. First drive they had, the punt went over the punter's head and gave Tucker good field position. This time a run by Pendleton, and it's going to be minimal yardage. Going to give him a yard. And looks like that was Smith on the carry. Dylan Smith for that carry. We'll move it up to the 36, 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9 for Pendleton. They got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2 backs in the backfield with Vincel, I believe. And Vincel will hand it off again to Smith. Actually, that was Kirkendall. Nope, number 5. Owens for a carry. He got nothing. Mark it back to the 36. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 here. And Pendleton's had some success throwing this ball out in the flat. So if you're Tucker County, you got to be aware of these short passes. 3rd down and 9. Three receivers to the left. He'll look out there. Got a man out there. Intercepted. Stepped in by Jared Real. He returned it to the 20. Still on his feet to the 15, to the 10. Still dragging tacklers to the 6. And he'll have it all the way down to about, they're going to mark him about the 7. So a interception by Jared Real. Stepped right in front of that pass and returned it to the 7-yard line. Did Jared Real. That comes with 10:16 left in the second. A interception by Real puts Tucker in business again. Here's Rosenall, split backfield. He's got Adams and Real in there. He gives it to Real. Real up the middle he comes, moving that pile forward, and he'll have it inside the 5 or right at the 5. So they'll put it to a 2-yard gain there for 2-yard gain there for Real. Be second down and goal from the 5 for Tucker. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rosenall looking to pass. He's got Anderson out there in the flat, and he gets it for the touchdown. Nice pass, nice catch as Tucker County scores again. This time a pass play from Rosenall to Anderson for 5 yards for the touchdown. Two-point conversion coming here for Tucker County, and it's set up all by that interception by Real. Who ran it down to the 7, and then Tucker County scored from 5 yards out. Rosenall looking to pass here on the 2-point conversion. Got a man out there, caught and in by Adams. It's going to make it 16-0. We'll return after these messages here on TuckerCountySports.com.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School basketball and football YouTube live pages are being brought to you by Riccatelli Fencing and Lumber Company, Kidwell Auto Parts, Bob Gutshaw, your local State Farm insurance agent, Cortland Acres, The Nature of Care, Mountain Valley Bank, Stumptown Ales, Tigard's Valley Orthopedics, The Paint Store, The Grove Cafe and Bakery, The Spectacle Family Eye Center, Sirianni's Cafe, and by Miners and Merchants Bank. And now back to more exciting Tucker County action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
We're back here at R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field as Tucker County strikes again, this time 5-yard touchdown pass from Rosenall to Anderson. And that was set up by the interception by Real, who returned it down to the 7-yard line. And with 9:35 left in the second quarter, your Tucker County Mountain Lions lead at 16-0. 2-point conversion was good on a pass to Blake Adams across the middle. And Tucker County up 16-0 here as they've scored 16 quick points here in the second. No points in the first for either team. A kick away here now from Rosenall. And it goes past the Pendleton County players and rolls into the end zone. Well, that was just about 3 yards too long. If it would have just died there at the 1, they would have had to go down and pick it up. But it rolls into the end zone for the touchback. Pendleton will have the ball at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
First and 10 for the Wildcats.
As we look, a quick look at the yardage, as Pendleton or Tucker County has 60 yards passing so far, and Pendleton County with 32 yards rushing and 20 passing. Tucker has 31 yards rushing. Here's Pendleton back at it here. 1st and 10, looking to pass. Got a man out in the flat, caught, hauled in, tackled there by Channel. That pass caught by Dusty Smith. He's going to have positive yardage for Pendleton. Mark him up to the 24-yard line. 4-yard gain there on first down for Pendleton as they took over at the 20. And pass play up 4 yards to the 24. And got a penalty. Looks like it's on Tucker. Actually, they gave it to the offense. So a false start on the offense. So it's going to back Pendleton up a little bit. Second down and 11. They moved the ball back to the 19-yard line. So it'll be second down and 11 from there. Vincel looking to pass out in the flat. He has a man caught, hauled in by number 14, and that is Kimball. Kimball gets positive yardage, about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Let's see where they mark it. So they put it up to the 22-yard line. 3 yard gain there. So 3 yard gain there on that second 11. It'll be third down and 8 for Pendleton. 8:09 ticking on the second quarter clock. Vincel back to pass again. Looking. Got a man out there, but it's going to be short. I don't know if he caught it or not. Nope, they call it incomplete. And it's going to be fourth down and 8, deep in their own territory here. The ball's at the 22-yard line. So Pendleton's going to have to punt it away here. And they've had some trouble snapping it. In the first quarter, folks, their first drive, the snapper snapped it over the punter's head. The punter is William Owens. He's 5'10". He's just 5'10" sophomore, and it went over his head. So snap getting ready here, and they're going to call a timeout. They're going to make sure this snap is right. Is head coach Zach Smith. And wow, he takes a timeout. We're going to keep it here. We're going to take a peek at the Metro News scoreboard here as we can get on the right week. We're on week 5. Yep. I'm still not on the right week. All right. Fairmont Senior leads North Marion 14-7 in the second quarter. That's a big game down in Fairmont tonight. Martinsburg leads Musselman 7-0. That's a second quarter score. Musselman hanging in there. Last night, Woodrow Wilson beat Preston in the Buckwheat Bowl 50-13. Let's see. South Harrison and Valley Wetzel into a good game. 8-7. South Harrison leading that game. And trying to look down here. Petersburg Moorfield tied at 7 in the second quarter. East Hardy leads Pocahontas 28-0. That's a score update here real quick. And we're back to action here. Pendleton looking to punt here. 4th and 8. Snap back. It's low this time. Almost blocked, but he gets it away and then punt it out of bounds once again. And that's going to be marked in Pendleton territory, I believe. Past the 50, still going to the 40. Haven't stopped him yet. Going to be inside the 40, about the 38, 37-yard line. Let's see where they put the ball down, but that's great field position for Tucker County. Yep, looks like they're going to mark it down at the 37 of Pendleton. 1st and 10 for Tucker from there, and a short field once again for Tucker as they got 7:55 left in the second quarter to try to get a 3-score lead here. Rosenthal in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He throws it to Anderson, and Anderson falls down. He kind of lost his footing there, but he caught the pass for a 2 or 3 yard gain, and we'll see where they put it down at. As the ball was at the 37, they put it to a 34, 3 yard gain for Tucker County. There's a run here by Tucker County, and Real running hard. He's got the first down inside the 25-yard line, and a good run by Jared Real. Didn't look like there was much room there. He snuck through that hole and moved the chains for Tucker. Put the ball down at the 24-yard line. So a 10-yard gain there for Jared Real. So 10-yard run for Real. First and 10, Tucker at the Pendleton 24. They're in business again. 7 minutes left in the first half. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Rosenall, he has two running backs in the backfield with him. He'll hand it to Adams. Adams up the middle. Gets hit at the line. He's going to get to the 20, I believe, for a 4-yard gain. But that'll be it.
Adams on the carry for the mountain line.
And mark him at the 20. 4-yard gain for Adams. Be second down and 6. 6:22 left in the second quarter. And Tucker County in the red zone again of Pendleton. Shotgun for Rosenall. Pass play here. And he's looking for Anderson. Back of the end zone. He's got him. Can he get it? And he gets his feet down and he scores. What a beautiful pass and catch. Maddox Anderson to Rosenall. Rosenall to Maddox Anderson. And 20 yards. Touchdown pass as Anderson run a post flag, it looked like, or out-up route, and the defender wasn't able to catch back up with him, and Rosenall puts it perfectly, and Anderson gets those feet down in the back of the end zone there and scores it for a touchdown. 2-point conversion coming here. That one comes from 20 yards out. Two-point conversion coming here. Real. He goes for Wilfong, and Wilfong goes up in the air and catches it. Another high-point ball, and the 2-point conversion is good. 24-0 is the score. Tucker County leads it. We'll be back after this quick message here on TuckerCountySports.com.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School football and basketball YouTube live page is being brought to you by Pat and Jaden Nichols, attorney at law. Jim's All-Star. Mike Rosenall, your Tucker County Commissioner. Atkins Home Center in Southern States of Parsons. Mr. Pizza of Parsons. Robert Estates Incorporated. United Financial Service. Grand Slam Grill. St. George Medical Clinic. Grant County Bank, Mountain State Brewery and Pizza, and by Fargo Insurance Group. And now back to more exciting action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
All right, we're back here, R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field, class of 1984 stadium. And looks like we got quite a bit of people tuning in tonight. And we did this last week. It was kind of neat. If you're watching in the county, that's fine. If you're watching out of state, give us a note there on the chat and just let us know how far we're reaching here throughout the country or the world. Anybody can tune in, and we had some people chime in last game we had, and pretty neat to see who's listening and how far away. I don't need to say who you are, but I'll actually shout out where you're from, and that'll be a kind of cool experience. Kick away by Tucker County as they go up 24-0 on a 20-yard pass play from Rosenall to Anderson. That comes with 5:59 left in the second, and the 2-point conversion was good on a pass to Garrett Wilfong to make it 24-0. Tucker County over Pendleton here in Parsons. Tucker County 5-0, Pendleton 1-3. Tucker County number 4 in the state in single A when the rankings come out this past week. Looking to build on that tonight. Three receivers to the left, two to the right for Pendleton. Vincel in the shotgun. Now they're going to switch everybody around. They bring Smith back into the quarterback, and he'll snap it to himself, and he's probably going to run it, and that's what they usually do when they do that. And tackled in there by a host of Mount Lions. Number 66, Gavin Nestor there. Also, Gavin Mollinex and Owen Knotts in on that tackle. Ethan Rosenall was even on defense that time. He does play a little bit of defense here and there. And we got class of 83 from Ohio tuning in. Pass deep for Pendleton, almost caught, but covered down there by Maddox Anderson. Good job by Maddox. He didn't get a hand on the ball, but he got his hands up and kind of restricted the vision of the receiver, and it's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Strongsville, Ohio, near Cleveland checking in. Naples, Florida, Todd Zace. Hi, Todd. Good to hear from you. New Hampshire. Grandparents of Blake Adams. Good to hear you. I'll check back on that occasionally. Here's Pendleton, 3rd and 9. Out there in the flat, caught and hauled in, that time by number 5, Owens, and he's going to have a 1st down. Good job there by Dusty, well, actually not Dusty Owens, sorry, William Owens. William Owens with that diving catch. He'll move the chains, and that ball goes up to the 32-yard line. 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for Pendleton. Now they'll pass it out in the flat to number 12, and that is Nicholas Rhodes. So Pendleton moved the chains there with that nice pass play. Vincel to number 5, and that was about a 12-yard pass play, and then they just passed it again for about another 6 yards. And now they're looking at 2nd down and 4. Ball's up to the 38-yard line. Out in the flat again. This time it is caught by Kimball. Kimball has the catch. And he didn't get much there. You'll give him a yard. That's it. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for Pendleton. The ball sets at the 39-yard line of Pendleton. Snap back. He'll hand it off. Up the middle he goes. He's going to be close to the 1st down. Needed 3, 4. I think he got it. And they're going to move the chains. They're going to give him 4 yards on the play. Put it up to the 44, so he needed 4, he got 5. Did Smith. Owen Knotts. Sydney, Ohio, Jared Reel's grandparents tuning in. Here's Pendleton again. Hit and dropped is Smith on the carry. And Owen Knotts there. Wilfong was there. And Gavin Nestor. We got someone tuning in from Oakland, Maryland. Indiana. Holly Meadows, that's a long ways away. We'll get to more of them when I get a chance here. What's important is the game. I got to get back to that. Pendleton, one receiver to each side, and they'll fake it. Vincel out in the flat. He's hit and dropped is the receiver, and that receiver was Nicholas Rhodes, but ate up and dropped immediately was the receiver. I believe that was Reed Kazmore on that hit there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. It's going to be a loss. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Mark the ball back to the 42-yard line. So a -2 on that pass play. Again, a pass by Vincel. Up top it goes, and Maddox Anderson intercepts it. Intercepts the ball, and he's on the return here to the 50. to the 45. He's got a gang of blockers. He runs out of bounds, and they're going to get a block in the back here, I do believe. Flag come out there on that return. The interception's going to count by Anderson, but they're going to be a penalty here to mark it back and bring that return probably back. So the interception will stand by Maddox Anderson, but we're going to have a block in the back. It's going to move the ball back probably about midfield. We'll see where they put it down. They put it down at the Tucker 49-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Tucker from there. And there's 1:54 left in this first half. So Tucker County with a chance to score again here. And a shout out to Charles Hicks. And Pastor Hicks, good to hear from him, watching in Ripley. Stephen Sherman in Oakland, Maryland. Adam George, class of 94. Good to hear from you, Adam. And Indiana, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rosenall in the shotgun. He fakes it. Across the middle, it's caught by Wilfong. He's on his feet to the 30, to the 25. He breaks the tackle to the 20. Got a block by Anderson. He's going to score. A block by Anderson at the 15 puts Wilfong into the end zone for the touchdown. That covers 51 yards for Tucker County. And just like that, they score once again. Nice job there by not only Wilfong catching that pass, but Maddox Anderson with that block to seal it for him to score. 1:44 left in the second quarter, and Tucker County is about to increase this lead, trying to increase this lead more. Right now it's 30-0, 2-point conversion coming here. Rosenall in the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side. Pass coming, looking. He's scrambling. Across the middle, and he catches it, is Anderson for the 2-point conversion. So 2-point conversion is good, and Tucker County increases their lead to 32-0. We'll be back after this messages here on TuckerCountySports.com.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School basketball and football YouTube live pages are being brought to you by Riccatelli Fencing and Lumber Company, Kidwell Auto Parts, Bob Gutshaw, your local State Farm insurance agent, Cortland Acres, The Nature of Care, Mountain Valley Bank, Stumptown Ales, Tigard's Valley Orthopedics, The Paint Store, The Grove Cafe and Bakery, The Spectacle Family Eye Center, Sirianni's Cafe, and by Miners and Merchants Bank. And now back to more exciting Tucker County action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
Back here, R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field. I misspoke on the last touchdown by Tucker County. It was 24-0, and I said 22, I believe. And now it's 32-0, 8 more for Tucker County. And get back to the thing here. Michael Marsh tuning in from Jane Lou. Susan Meyer listening from San Antonio, Texas. Good to hear from her. Jacob Davis up at the Thomas Fire Department tuning in. Good to have those guys watching. And we're back to action here. Pendleton with the ball. Nice move by Pendleton. And he's going to score, I believe. Let's see if somebody can run him down. A kick return by number 14, Kimball. And he goes to the house. 80 yards for the touchdown. Does Pendleton County. And he made a great move there in the middle of the field and run it back. I'm going to guess it was about 80 yards. I did not catch where he actually took off. Let's see if I can find that here. As I watch the replay, as he picks it up, he's about a little more than the 80 yards, probably about 81 yards or 82 yards. But nonetheless, a touchdown for Pendleton County. And they're on the board here with 1:30 left in the second quarter. A kick return by Pendleton, and they'll go for two here. Vinsel under center. He'll hand it off to Smith. Smith's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So the 2-point conversion is good, and just like that, Pendleton County's on the board. The score is 32-8. Tucker leading. We'll pause again for this quick message.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School football and basketball YouTube live page is being brought to you by Pat and Jaden Nichols, attorney at law, Jim's All-Star, Mike Rosenall, your Tucker County Commissioner, Atkins Home Center in Southern States of Parsons, Mr. Pizza of Parsons, Robert Estates Incorporated, United Financial Service, Grand Slam Grill, St. George Medical Clinic, Grant County Bank, Mountain State Brewery and Pizza, and by Fargo Insurance Group. And now back to more exciting action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
All right, we're back here, R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field, class of 1984 stadium, as Pendleton gets on the board here on an 82-yard touchdown kick return with 1:30 left. 2-point conversion was good, make it 32-8 Tucker County. And I look here at the YouTube. Cole Kelly tuning in from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. An old, not an old, but alumni player. Cole Kelly. Looking good. Boys, keep it up. Sean Long tuning in. Good to hear from him. Another former football player who was a good one, folks, back in the day. Kick coming here from Pendleton. First time they've kicked it off tonight, as Tucker kicked it off to begin with, and they've scored. Here's a little onside kick. It's going to go out of bounds, I think, before Pendleton can get it, but that was close. A kind of good idea by Pendleton. Don't give Tucker the ball on offense, but it goes out of bounds. It's going to be probably spotted right where it is. Usually you have the choice. Take the ball where it's out of bounds or take it at the 35. I'd say A.J. Rapp's going to want it at the 44-yard line. And that's exactly what we do here, I'm sure. All right. We got 1:30 left in this first half. And Tucker County scored in about 30 seconds last time. And Pendleton scored quicker than that on the kick return. So here's Tucker with a trip bunch tightly to the right. Anderson to his left. Rosenall in the shotgun. He's got Reel in the backfield to his right. Rosenall, he'll hand it off to Reel. Nice job by Jared Reel. Good hard run up to about the 45 of Pendleton. They put the ball down at the 49 again. Now they move it up to the Pendleton 45, a 6-yard gain by Reel. Let me get my same formation. Tightly bunched to the right is the bunch for Tucker. Now they'll throw out of it. Rosenall looking for Anderson, trying to get it to him. And now everything breaks down and he gets sacked. The play was to Anderson, I believe, but they did not bite on it. They had two guys over there making sure Anderson didn't hurt him again. And the sack brings the ball back to midfield, a loss of 5 on the play. So 5 of that 6 yards wiped out on that sack. First negative play for Tucker tonight on that sack. And I think Tucker's just going to let the clock run out, and they are. Well, that'll be halftime. Tucker County leads it 32-8. We'll come back with a special guest here after this quick break here on TuckerCountySports.com.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School basketball and football YouTube live pages are being brought to you by Riccatelli Fencing and Lumber Company, Kidwell Auto Parts, Bob Gutshaw, your local State Farm insurance agent, Cortland Acres, The Nature of Care, Mountain Valley Bank, Stumptown Ales, Tigard's Valley Orthopedics, The Paint Store, The Grove Cafe and Bakery, The Spectacle Family Eye Center, Sirianni's Cafe, and by Miners and Merchants Bank. And now back to more exciting Tucker County action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
All right, Dave Helmick back here, R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field with a special guest from San Antonio, Texas, Fred Meyer.
How you doing, Dave?
How you doing, Fred?
I'm well, thanks.
A guest that we have not had on the radio, believe it or not, because he's never been here probably during football, have you?
Never seen the game, but that's a new field.
But you've seen it on
YouTube,
the broadcast.
On YouTube.
And folks, listen, he's one of the ones that you can always count on that's tuning in. Like, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter back the days when I just did audio on the radio or on the Tucker County Sports Audio Sports, Fred was there listening every time. So glad to have you on, Fred. Just wanted to get you on, and here's what I want to do. People that don't know you, which is probably hardly any, and I'm talking about the young people probably.
Right.
Give us a little background of you. I'm talking back. You were born and raised here, but moved to San Antonio. Just tell them a little bit about when you graduated, where you lived, all that stuff.
Okay, I was born in Davis and lived in the what was once the Meyer House. It was a bed and breakfast. I was born and raised there and lived there for 35 years. Moved to San Antonio. I got married and moved to San Antonio 35 years ago, and I've been there ever since. 35 and 35 makes me 70 years old. Pretty daggone old. And anyway, I went to Mountaineer High School, class of '71, and we had decent sports. You know, the football team was good, and the basketball team was mediocre. But we had good athletes. We had good players and stuff, and we had a good time. You know, competing with the schools like Franklin, Circleville, Tigers Valley, and things like Parsons, and things like that, And but you know, it was a good life living here in the county, and the kids. You know, I hope they appreciate it. Like you say, most young kids don't know me. I know their parents and grandparents. But, you know, basically I've lived down in San Antonio for 35 years, done numerous things down there. I was affiliated with St. Mary's University. My brother was a head coach there for about 37 years, and he won a national championship with the NAIA when the school was NAIA affiliated. And he had a real good career there. He made All-American and things like that. But, yeah, I stayed there and had a family and got a daughter. And we've had just a good life in San Antonio. But, you know, if I could, I'd like to come back. This is home.
Yeah.
And but it's hot down there. This is nice weather. I've been up here for about a month, and it's been great. This has just been a good visit.
Well, you may have said this, class of 1971. And just before we start announcing here, because we got these little leaguers and middle schoolers coming out here, name a couple of your teammates that people might know from here that still live here or recently.
Okay, Bob Rubenstein. Wayne Cutright. He had a couple kids play at
Wayne Cutright
at Tucker County.
Is that Sean and Derek's dad?
Right.
Okay.
Larry Lipscomb. Gee whiz, I gotta think.
I put you on the spot.
Guy by the name of Gareth Smiggle. He's a big guy. He's dead. He's just deceased now. Trying to think. Joe Tobacco, fire chief up at Thomas. Basically.
Well, good.
Yeah, just
that sounds good. What people don't know is Fred is also one of the most devoted Mountaineer fans that you're going to find, and he lives in San Antonio, Texas. He flies that flying WV outside his house in San Antonio, and I'm sure he probably gets some grief over it, but he is definitely a Texas fan, a Texas WVU fan for sure.
Oh, yeah. Texas, you know, it's hard not to be a Texas fan down there, but I just can't do it. I fly the West Virginia flag, wear West Virginia clothes. I've decals on my truck. Everywhere I go, people give me grief about being a West Virginia fan, and they wonder, why are you doing that? I said, Doc, it's blue and gold in the bloodstream.
All right, here's what we're gonna do, Fred. We're gonna pause here. I'm gonna keep you here if I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna let everybody listen to this. They're announcing these kids, so we're gonna try to turn this up. Let everybody listen to this.
Avery Decker, Madison Stansler, and Presley Rosen. On B team, there is Reagan Scott, Gracie Booth, Ellie Mae Jones, Hadley Barkley, Paisley Lambert, Brianna Scott, Rhea Shahan, Ella Amy, Lily Amy, Anna White, Haley Hedrick, Logan Boyles, Delilah D, Diva Wesłowski, and Raylan Ramsey. Now for the Tucker County Mountain Lions B team. Number 1, Owen Wolford. Number 3, Nolan Luzier. Number 4, Miles Henderson. Number 5, Marshall Gilligan. Number 8, Clay Helmick. Number 9, Cody Booth. Number 10, Hunter Scott. Number 11, Braden Tregley. Number 12, Case Nestor. Number 13, Fisher Lowe. Number 16, Jacob Heron. Number 17, Michael Wesłowski. Number 20, Noah Luzier. Number 25, Garrett Tackett. Number 30, Braden Yoho. Number 33, Braylon Simmons. Number 35, Carter Wolford. Number 40, Jeremiah Lipscomb. Number 43, Nelson Heron. Number 46, Ethan Sigley. Number 48, Olin Mallow. Number 52, Braden Carr. Number 54, Lucas Holloway. Number 56, Jace Barkley. 62, Blaine Montany. And 68, Jackson Scott. Number 77, Eli Boley. Number 80, Wesley Piper. And number 82, Jackson Quattro. Now for the Tucker County Mountain Lions A team. Number 6, Fletcher Heyer. 7, Easton Wolford. Easton Wolford. 19, Rylan Sexton. Number 22, Lucas White. 23, Walker Freeman. 27, Zane Hedrick. 29, Blake Hollins. 32, Sawyer Fansler. 34, Braden Goss. 39, Matthew Barkley. 44, Coleman Shiflett. 45, Leland Nelson. 69, Asher Kisor. 70, Brantley Reuser. 72, Levi Lambert. 75, Dustin Griffith. 89, Tristan Pitcher. 99, Karen Parsons. And that is it for the 8 teams. Now moving on to Tucker Gold Flag roster. There is number 1, Daniel Miller. Number 4, Jace Kale. Number 5, Jeremiah Kale. Number 8, Branson Moore. Number 9, Grayson Moore. Number 11, Sawyer Wolford. Number 12, Reed DeBarlametto. 15, Harlan Hebb. 16, Landon Smith. And 17, View Smith. Now on to the Tucker County Black Flag roster. There's number 3, Elliot Mallow. Number 10, Sawyer Molnick. Number 14, Tyson Arnold. Number 18, Jacob Towles. Number 20, Will Shahan. 21, Colt Pace. 22, Kai Schillenberg. 23, Slade Stemple. Number 24, Riker Winans. And 28, Noah Holland. Now moving on to the middle school football team. There's number 2, Zane Carr. Number 3, Jackson Freeman. Number 4, Jordan Freeman. Number 6, Bryson Heyer. Number 7, Quentin Teeter. Number 22, Braden Bennett. Number 23, Evan Hexum. Number 25, James Barkley. Number 32, Tyler Riccatilli. Number 4, Joshua Moore. Number 55, Jonathan Tuttle. Number 60, Donald Boyles. Number 65, Isaiah Boyles. 73, Owen Helmick. 75, Isaiah Leary. 75, Alexander Leary. 76, Joel Jones. Number 77, Camden Howell. 79, Isaiah Lipscomb. 81, Elliot Tompkins. And then for the coaches, the head coach is Adam Freeman. The assistant coaches are Dylan Simmons and Josh Michael. And that is all. Give a round of applause for these Riddle football players and cheerleaders.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School basketball and football YouTube live pages are being brought to you by Riccatelli Fencing and Lumber Company, Kidwell Auto Parts, Bob Gutshaw, your local State Farm insurance agent, Cortland Acres, The Nature of Care, Mountain Valley Bank, Stumptown Ales, Tigard's Valley Orthopedics, The Paint Store, The Grove Cafe and Bakery, The Spectacle Family Eye Center, Sirianni's Cafe, and by Miners and Merchants Bank. And now back to more exciting Tucker County action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
All right, Dave Helmick back here with Fred Meyer after those introductions of those fine young people, the Little League and middle school football teams. And Fred, bringing you back in here, and a lot of people tuning in tonight, but also a lot of people kind of excited about this Mountaineer football team, 3-1, you know, and everybody should say, well, maybe that's a Pitt team that isn't that great. Maybe that's a team last week in Texas Tech that isn't that great. But 3-1's 3-1, 1-0 in the Big 12. They play tomorrow at TCU, and you've probably been to TCU. That's not an easy place to play.
No.
Pretty good team. Give us your thoughts on this Mountaineer football team.
Well, I initially, you know, with the early part of the season, I wasn't too sure what was going to happen. But with the last two games, they played well defensively for West Virginia. The quarterback, the freshman quarterback, Nico. He's a hell of a player, and they'll get things going. And I think they're going to beat TCU down at TCU. Now TCU they've got a good team, but they're not as good as West Virginia. And you gotta stick behind your team, especially on the road. And it's a little bit warmer climate down there. It'll be about probably about 90 degrees anyway, and it's going to be hot. And the quarterback's getting back to some of he came from Arizona, Arizona, and he knows what the weather's like, or no, he was in Nevada, he's Las Vegas. Anyway, he knows what the hot weather's like, and he can play. But I think they're going to win the game on defense. So the defense is playing pretty well.
I mean, I'm surprised that the defense is playing so well. I mean, that's one thing coming in that they were really disappointed with last year. They gave up a lot of yards. That secondary, I think, didn't look the greatest against Penn State. But it seems like they've buckled down and they've gotten better on the defensive end. Secondary's come up with some interceptions. They've looked better. Now, it's just going to get tougher for them as they go here. TCU this week, and then get into that heart of that Big 12 schedule. Having those three straight home games, to me, wasn't a very smart move. You know, they had Pitt, Duquesne, and then Texas Tech, all three at home.
Right.
Now they're going to be on the road here for a while. I think it's like three or 4 weeks straight here on the road, so it's going to be a trying time for the Mountaineers. If they can get this win this tomorrow, I think it's a night game, too. I think it's an 8 o'clock start.
Right.
Which Dallas is Central Time, correct?
Yeah.
So it'll be 7 down there, 8 here. Catch that game. The Mountaineers tomorrow night. I like when they play at night because I always like to do stuff during the day.
Yeah.
And I don't like to just sit there and watch a game during the day.
That's for sure.
So I get to watch it sometimes when it's at night. I don't usually sit there during the day and watch a game. I like to go do some stuff.
We got things to do.
Do stuff outside, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, we do have tomorrow morning, and I said this earlier, we do have a cross-country home meet tomorrow morning at Camp Kidd. If you have an opportunity to get down there, 10 a.m. as the girls' race starts. The gun will go off at 10. I'm around there. And the boys will run right after the girls. It takes 30 minutes for probably the most of them. The top girl will probably finish right at around 20 minutes a 19, 18. That's about the best girls' time usually. And Katie Hicks is leading our girls' team. She's been finishing first for our girls' team throughout the year. She won meet last week at South Harrison, and she won the girls' division at the Run for It last Saturday in Davis. So go down there and root on the girls and boys cross-country team tomorrow morning. I said the schedule for these Mountain Lions, they go to Moorfield next Friday, and then they have the bye week the following week, and they'll be back here for homecoming on October the 20th against Smithburg, Maryland. Last question I have for you, Fred, is typically when you are in San Antonio, how hard is it to catch a WV football game sometimes? Because I know our stuff, like sometimes just because it's not in this area, you can't watch certain things.
Right.
Do you have that problem, any?
No, basically the schools in Texas, TCU and the other schools, they pretty much have the games on ESPN.
Okay.
And if not, it's on ESPN Plus, which I don't like that. But anyway, that's ESPN. But sometimes they broadcast on major networks, and the Longhorn Network have games there too. But they tend to show the games.
Well, that's good. Being from out of the areas, I figured some of that sometimes you maybe have problems doing that. But well, it's good to hear from you, Fred. We're going to take a long break and then come back and go over the first half stats and more here on the halftime. Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
About you and Tucker County sports in general. You guys have done a great job over the years, and it seems to be getting better. And the broadcast being on YouTube, sponsored by St. George, the medical clinic. It's an awesome thing to be able to sit in San Antonio and watch the high school games and stuff on TV.
Yeah, and we got a host of people listening. 208 people, it looks like, tuning in right now, and I kind of stopped there, but we got people from anywhere from Indiana, Pennsylvania, Ohio. We got a bunch of people, and I'll go down through these again, but there's been a lot of people tuning in, and Outer Banks. I've seen somebody's at Outer Banks currently watching, and you're right. It's a great thing. I will be honest with you, though, as a basketball coach in the county, wanting crowds in the stands, I did not like it to begin with because I feel like people are not coming to the games.
Yeah.
They're staying home. But around COVID, it was nice because it allowed people to not go to games if they didn't feel safe and all that. So it's been receptive to certain people. I do encourage you, though, folks, if you haven't come watch this football team play, you're missing out, and you better do it before the weather gets bad.
Yep.
And tonight was a beautiful night, and I know people are listening way away from here. Same way with our girls basketball, our boys basketball programs. Daniel Helmick does a really nice job, great coach, and their program is great. They pack the house about every night. But you need to come support the kids too. I like when you watch it, but also when you guys come and watch them play, they need that. I played in front of great crowds when I played in high school, and that's stuff I've never forgot. Like I remember playing over at Elkins Armory, the old Armory, and the place was jam-packed.
Yep.
There was students behind the basket, probably 2 feet from the line, yelling, screaming at you. That's stuff you never forget. And that's what these kids need. They need those memories. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. But when you get a chance to go watch these kids play, definitely do that. Tomorrow's a good chance. Tomorrow morning, go support the Tucker County girls and boys track. They don't get any support hardly, and that's a good thing. It's going to be decent weather. I know 10 a.m. is early, but get out and try to watch them run as they go to try to compete to get to states once again.
And like you say, Daniel, it's crazy. You got to get out and support the teams. Go to the games, yell and support them, and show them you're backing them. And it's good for me. I can watch it on TV. I can yell and throw stuff at the TV and everything. But Dave, you do a great job. I mean, I got a little confused with your name, but
that's all right. It happens all the time. Me and Daniel played together, and it happened then too.
That's right.
But we're going to take a break. We'll be back after this here with Tucker County football. Thank you, Fred.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County basketball and football YouTube live pages is being brought to you by Pat and Jade Nichols, attorney at law. Proud to support Tucker County Sports. Jim's All-Star, hot food, cold beverages, and gas. Mike Rosenall, your Tucker County Commissioner, wishing all Tucker County High School Mountain Lions a safe and successful season. Atkins Home Center and Southern States of Parsons. Mr. Pizza of Parsons, home of the Mr. Big. More than just pizza, try our subs, salads, and wings. Robert Estates Incorporated, serving all of your general contracting needs. United Financial Service, auto, life, and commercial insurance plus annuities. Grand Slam Grill. Visit us for our signature burgers and our fresh cut fries. St. George Medical Clinic, locations in St. George, Parsons, and Canaan Valley. Grant Valley Bank, committed to the communities we serve. Mountain State Brewery and Pizza. Call us for your next pizza order, located in Thomas. Fargo Insurance Group, your local nationwide insurance agent. This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast is also being brought to you by Riccatelli Fencing and Lumber Company, your local rustic fence provider. Kidwell Auto Parts with locations in Parsons and Thomas. Bob Gutshaw, your local State Farm insurance agent. Cortland Acres, the nature of care. Choose us for your long-term care, rehab, and therapy needs. Mountain Valley Bank, locations in Parsons, Elkins, and Mill Creek. Stumptown Ales, open daily in downtown Davis. Taggart's Valley Orthopedics, now located at Davis Medical Center in Elkins. The Paint Store, your local Benjamin Moore paint supplier. The Grove Cafe and Bakery, located on Virginia Avenue in Petersburg. The Spectacle Family Eye Care, your local eye care provider located in Petersburg. Sirianni's Cafe with locations in Davis and Canaan Valley. And by Miners and Merchants Bank. Call the Friendly Bank for your next loan. And now back to more exciting Mountain Lions action right here, TuckerCountySports.com.
All right, we're back here. R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field, class of 1984 stadium. Dave Helmick with you here. We'll go over a scoring summary here real quick and first half stats if I can get to it. I'm running a little bit behind. But Tucker County got on the board first in the second quarter. 15-yard touchdown pass to Garrett Wilfong from Rosenall to make it 8-0. 5-yard touchdown pass then from Tucker County. Anderson made the catch from Reel. That was set up by made the catch from Anderson made the catch from Rosenall. Reel, it was set up by Reel's interception, who ran it down to the 7. Tucker County scored, got the 2-point conversion, made it 16-0. And then Tucker scored on a 20-yard pass play to Anderson from Rosenall, make it 24-0. And then a 51-yard pass play from Rosenall to Wilfong off a great block by Maddox Anderson to make it 32-0. And then Pendleton ran back a kick, 82 yards or so. It might not have been that far. We'll have to get that number. But it was a kick return by Pendleton for a touchdown to make it 32-8. That's where we stand. Stats looks like this. Pendleton had 38 yards rushing, 44 yards passing for a total of 82 yards. Tucker County ended the half with 46 yards rushing and 134 yards passing. And that come from 47 yards for Maddox Anderson receiving and 66 yards Garrett Wilfong receiving. That's your stats, and that was a quick review. We're about ready to start football here, and I didn't get to the scoreboard, but I will. And I'm going back to the YouTube here as I got people watching from Rawlins, Maryland. Buck Clark tuning in. Old teammate of mine back in the day from Siena, Ohio. Good to hear from Buck. And kick away. Luke Barb on the return for Tucker. On his feet at the 25, still on his feet to the 30, and he'll be drugged down before the 30. Good run there by Luke Barb, the freshman. And they'll spot the ball at the 29-yard line. And the North Carolina Flanagans tuning in. Good to hear from them in North Carolina. And over 200 people tuned in. Good to see that, and keep it coming. 2 receivers to each side. Tucker County started off at their own 29. They'll hand it off to Real running hard up over the 30 to the 35, and he'll be drugged down after he passes the 35. 29-yard line. They started this drive, and he carries it up to the 36. For a 7-yard gain does Real. Second down for Tucker and short. He'll hand it to Real again. This time he hit and drags tacklers ahead for the first down up over the 40.
Real carrying for the outline, hopefully on the stop for the Wildcat. Brings up a mountain line, first down.
5 yards there for Real to move the chains for Tucker County. 1st and 10. And they'll hand it again to Real. Real running hard, but he'll only have a couple yards there this time.
Real on the carry for the outline.
Mark him up to, actually they're going to give him 3 yards up to the 44-yard line.
Wildcat brings up a second down and 7 for the outline.
So 3 yards there for Jared Real. This time Rosenall keeps it, and he'll rush it up to about midfield before he's tackled, and then there's going to be a face mask come in late, or actually a flag come in late. I'm guessing face mask.
Face mask, defense, 5 yards into the run, first down.
A 5-yard face mask. He'll put the ball down at the 49. So 5-yard run for Rosenall. And then they'll tack the yardage on for the penalty. That'll put the ball down at the 46-yard line of Pendleton County. 1st and 10, Tucker. Pass coming from Rosenall to Anderson. Anderson catches and gets down, and he's going to have 5 or 6 yards up to the 39-yard line, looks like.
Goes down his pass to Anderson, late. Owens on the stop for the Wildcats, brings up a second down and 7.
7 yards on that pitch and catch. Anderson, Rosenall to Anderson, gets him 7. Now they'll hand it off to Adams. Adams, nice run across the 30, still on his feet to the 25, to the 20, cuts it up in, and it gets to about the 16-yard line. So a good run there by Blake Adams, and they're going to mark it at the 17-yard line. So good run by Blake Adams. Going to cover 22 yards. 22 yards by Blake Adams on that carry. Puts Tucker County in the red zone again. 2 receivers to each side. Actually, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. H-back in there this time, and Real runs it up the middle, and he's stopped for a short gain.
Rose on the nickel stop for the Wildcats.
Give him 3 yards.
Brings up a
2nd and 7.
for the Mount Lions.
Put him up to the 14-yard line. Real on that carry. 8:50 and ticking on a third quarter clock. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Rosenall in the shotgun like always. Fakes the pass, rolls to the left, throws it out there to Anderson. Anderson catches it for the touchdown, and that's just too easy. Rosenall to Anderson, 14 yards out for the touchdown. And I didn't see the referee signal touchdown. That's why I was hesitant to say touchdown, and I guess he's just tired of signaling, so he didn't do it. 14-yard touchdown pass to Anderson from Rosenall to make it 38-8. 2-point conversion coming here. Rosenall gets a snap. He'll fake the handoff, pitch it to Adams, and Adams will walk into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It's a nice little pitch play there. Makes it 40-8. Tucker County. And we'll pause for a quick break here on TuckerCountySports.com.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School basketball and football YouTube live pages are being brought to you by Riccatelli Fencing and Lumber Company, Kidwell Auto Parts, Bob Gutshaw, your local State Farm insurance agent, Cortland Acres, The Nature of Care, Mountain Valley Bank, Stumptown Ales, Tigard's Valley Orthopedics, The Paint Store, The Grove Cafe and Bakery, The Spectacle Family Eye Center, Sirianni's Cafe, and by Miners and Merchants Bank. And now back to more exciting Tucker County action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
All right, we're back here. R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field, class of 1984 stadium. We got a score update. Bridgeport up 28-0 at halftime at Brook. And that time Tucker County scored on a 14-yard touchdown pass from Rosenall to Anderson. 2-point conversion was good on a Blake Adams run to make it 40-8 Tucker County, and that's 8:31 left in the third quarter. Tucker kicking it away here. Kick picked up and hit immediately is the Pendleton runner. That is number 24, Harvey. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Pendleton from there.
Wilfog on the stop for the Mount Lions, the 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on their own 30-yard line.
And we're back to action here. I'll get to the YouTube here in just a second. And the scoreboard, hopefully. Pendleton has the ball at their own 30. 1st and 10, they'll run it. Number 12 with it. That is Rhodes on a minimal gain there. That'll bring up 2nd and long.
Rhodes on the carry for the Wildcats, knocks on the stop for the Mount Lions.
And he gets no yards on that carry, does Rhodes. As Pendleton marks the ball back, clear back at the 30 again. 2nd and 10. Vince will hand it this time to Smith. Smith hits his own player. And it's dropped by the Tucker County player. Looks like Nestor, Gavin Nestor with the tackle, and he'll give him 2 yards up to the 32. It's going to be 3rd and long again for Pendleton. 2 yards on that play. 3rd down and 8. Pass coming from Pendleton. out there. Guy's open. Anderson goes up. The defender knocks it away. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and long for Pendleton. They're going to have to punt it away with 7:16 left in the third quarter. It looks like we got people tuned in Greene County, Pennsylvania, upstate New York. Punt away from Pendleton. Fielded by Anderson. Anderson makes a man miss. And he's hit and dropped at the 45. And that's where Tucker will take over. So a punt by Pendleton gives the ball back to Tucker again. And Tucker is up 40-8. And the clock will probably run here in the 4th. Can't remember the rule. I think it's 35 or 40 point difference. And then the clock runs. But nonetheless, Tucker has the ball. The ball's at the 45-yard line of Tucker. 1st and 10. And they'll hand it off. Running the ball is Real, and he about got away. He gets about 7 yards. Carries tacklers up to the 49 of Pendleton. Give him 6 yards on 1st down. We'll take that every time. That's Real's 12th carry of the night. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rosenall in the shotgun. He'll hand it again to Real. Real straight up the middle. He gets a big gain up to the 25 of Pendleton, and before he's drugged down from behind. I thought he was going to score, and then it closed up. Big hole there to line, initial line of scrimmage, and that puts Tucker up to the 24-yard line of Pendleton. Big run there from Real. $25 yards for Real. That puts him close to 100 yards on the night. 95 yards for Real so far. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And we got a false start on Tucker. It's going to mark him back 5 yards. So 5 yards back for Tucker on that false start play. Penalty. He'll make it 1st and 15. 6:01 left in the third quarter. Tucker at the Pendleton 29. Real with the run here. Gets it up over the 25. Close back to where he was. Looks like he's going to mark it at about the 24. If they do, that's a 5-yard gain, and that's a back right where we were. 5 yards for Real puts him at 100 yards rushing for the night. Unofficially, folks. Unofficial stats. Don't quote me on these stats. They're just me doing it quickly as I'm watching the game here and doing all the other stuff I'm doing here. 5:26 left in the third. Tucker methodically running these play clock down and just trying to drain every ounce of time off his clock. Trips to the right. Rosenall handed off to Real. Real makes 2 people miss in the hole, and he drags 3 tacklers with him. Still going forward. And he's a pile to tackle is Jared Real. Very strong. 19-yard lines where they're going to put it down. 5 yards there again for Jared Real. 4:44 and ticking on a third quarter clock. Tucker County looking at 3rd down and 5. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rosenall in the shotgun. And he'll hand it off to Adams. Adams hit and drugged down immediately. Nice job there by Smith. Dylan Smith with that big hit. And that'll be a loss for Tucker County. They'll mark the ball back to the 20. A loss of 1 by Blake Adams. It's going to be 4th down and 7. Actually, a loss of 2 then. Mark the ball back to the 21. 4th and 7 for Tucker. And they'll go for it here in Pendleton territory. Looking to pass across the middle. It's caught by Garrett Wilfong at the 3, and he turns it up in and scores the touchdown. Good job there by Garrett Wilfong. Caught the pass in the middle of the field, about the 3 or 4 yard line, ran across, cut up, and scored to give Tucker County another touchdown here in this quarter. 2-point conversion pending here. That pass comes from 21 yards out on a 4th down and 7. That's the second time they've scored tonight on a 4th and 7, believe it or not. 2-point conversion coming here from Tucker County. A pitch to Adams is dropped, and it's going to be a 2-point conversion, no good. So the score remains 46-8. Tucker County leading it. We'll come back after these brief messages here on TuckerCountySports.com.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School football and basketball YouTube live page is being brought to you by Pat and Jaden Nichols, attorney at law. Jim's All-Star. Mike Rosenall, your Tucker County Commissioner. Atkins Home Center in Southern States of Parsons. Mr. Pizza of Parsons. Robert Estates Incorporated. United Financial Service. Grand Slam Grill. St. George Medical Clinic. Grant County Bank, Mountain State Brewery and Pizza, and by Fargo Insurance Group. And now back to more exciting action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
All right, we're back here at R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field. Tucker County on the scoreboard once again, this time from 21 yards out. Another pass play from Rosenall to Wilfong on a 4th and 7. From 21 yards out. 3:37 left in the third. Tucker leads at 46-8. We go back to the YouTube channel. We got people listening in Davis. And a lot of people listening. A lot of relatives listening. And we're trying to do the best we can here and keep everybody informed. But 212 people listening in on YouTube. It's a pretty good thing. And we got a bunch of people in attendance tonight also with the good weather. But nonetheless, Tucker County in cruise control here. 46-8 kick off the side of the foot of the kicker. Rosenall. And Pendleton covers it up. They're going to have pretty good field position here. Got a timeout here by Pendleton. 3:37 left in the third. And while we have that timeout, I'm going to take a look at the Metro News scoreboard. Haven't got to do that too much tonight. I do want to thank Fred Meyer for coming on. That was a pretty fun interview. Fred's listened to us for years, and he's never had a chance to be on the radio or on the broadcast. So good job by him. And I appreciate him for stopping by. I texted him the other day, and he said, you're making me nervous. So anyway, a big game in St. Mary's tonight. St. Mary's leading Williamstown. Two undefeated teams. Williamstown's 5-0. St. Mary's 4-0. St. Mary's leading 8-0 at the half there. Another big game being played down in Short Gap. Frankfort hosting Mountain Ridge, Maryland. And Third quarter score, Mountain Ridge, Maryland leading 21-14. As both teams, actually Mountain Ridge undefeated, Frankfort at 4-1. Let's look here, see if I can get a Petersburg Moorfield score. Moorfield leading Petersburg 14-7 in the third quarter. That's being played at Petersburg. East Hardy leads Pocahontas 31-0. Gilmer leading Meadowbridge 21-0. Packard's Valley leading Richwood at the half 19-16. And we're back to action here. Fumble on the play. It looks like Tucker County's got it. And that ball is recovered. Not sure who got it. It looks like Eli Nestor jumped on it. And Tucker County will take over the ball. First and 10 from the Pendleton 45. So another turnover by Pendleton. And that was the first play. So Tucker County gets the ball right back. We'll get back to action here, and got a new quarterback in, Luke Barb in, new running back, Mikey Mitchell with the carry.
Mitchell on the carry for the Outline.
And
Brings up a 2nd and 5 for the Outline.
Mitchell with a 5-yard gain there. Bring it up to the 40. .250 left in the third. Barb at quarterback. Takes the snap. He'll fake it, and he'll run to the left. Luke Barb with a nice run. And still on his feet. Ran out of bounds over there inside the 30. And see where they mark it. It's definitely going to be a first down. But the ball is going to be down to about the 26-yard line or so. Yep.
Wildcat, that brings up the Outline first down.
Yep, they put it down right at the 25, so that's a 15-yard run by Luke Barb, the freshman. Now he'll hand it off to George. Braxton George on the carry. And he'll get a couple.
Mitchell on the carry for the
down to the 23-yard line.
brings up a 2nd and 8 for the Outline. Greg George on the carry.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Luke Barb, the new quarterback. Now Barb will run to the right, cuts it up in. He'll be tackled. It's going to be a flag on the play.
Luke on the
It's going to be a hold.
on the carry for the Outline. Finishing marker on the play. Holding on the offense. 55. Written in second down.
Holding on the offense. Number 55. I don't think 55's in there. But nonetheless, maybe he is. Five-yard penalty. He'll back Tucker County up to the 33-yard line. Barb in the shotgun. Hands it off. This time to number 33, and that is
Rapp on the carry for
Cade
the
Rapp.
Outline. Maury on the top for the Wildcat.
So he takes it up to the 29.
Brings up a 2nd and 15 for the
4-yard gain for Rapp.
15 for the Outline.
1 minute left in the third quarter. 3rd down and 15 for Tucker. Barb looks to pass. He'll throw it out to Mitchell. Mitchell makes a man miss. Gets positive yardage up to about the 20-yard line. And the clock will run here. And Tucker will have to run one more play before the quarter ends. Put the ball down at the 20-yard line. A 9-yard play there from Barb to Mitchell. Fourth down and 6. 2 receivers each side for Barb. Barb looking to run. He gets the corner. And he's going to get the first down. Can he score to 10, to 5? And he's drugged down before he can get to the end zone. But it's going to be first down for Tucker County on a nice run by Luke Barb. Ball was at the 20. And he took it inside the 10. And they're going to mark it at the 6-yard line, looks like. But the third quarter is over. And we're going to come back after these messages here with fourth quarter action on TuckerCountySports.com.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School basketball and football YouTube live pages are being brought to you by Riccatelli Fencing and Lumber Company, Kidwell Auto Parts, Bob Gutshaw, your local State Farm insurance agent, Cortland Acres, The Nature of Care, Mountain Valley Bank, Stumptown Ales, Tigard's Valley Orthopedics, The Paint Store, The Grove Cafe and Bakery, The Spectacle Family Eye Center, Sirianni's Cafe, and by Miners and Merchants Bank. And now back to more exciting Tucker County action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
And we're back here at R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field, class of 1984 stadium here in Parsons. Just wondering where they're going to put this ball down. It was on the 6 down on the other end of the field. Now they're putting it down at the 4-yard line. So, well, I should have known better to figure up the stats on that. So add 2 yards to that run. So a 16-yard run by Barb. As I correct my stats. It's going to be first and goal for Tucker at the 4. So we're going to have a running clock here, and you got to think Tucker County's probably going to kneel it here. I don't know if they're going to score or not, but they may try to score here just to end the scoring. But Barb with it in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 2 backs in the backfield with Barb. And they'll hand it off to George. George is hit and dropped, and he does not get in. He gets to the 1. Good hard running by Braxton George. Takes it down to the 1-yard line. A 3-yard gain there for George. To make it second down and goal. With 11. We just started the fourth quarter, folks. Second goal from the 1. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Barb in the shotgun. He'll hand it off again. George does not get there. He's actually going to lose a yard or 2. And mark him back at the 3. So a loss of 2 on the play. So loss of 2 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 3. And now 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Actually, now they're going to put both running backs in the backfield with Barb. Snap comes back, and they'll take Barb to the right, and he'll walk into the end zone for the touchdown. So it's a good job by Luke Barb finishing off that drive. He scores from 3 yards out. 3 yards out does Barb. to make the score 52-8 Tucker, with a 2-point conversion. I'm sure will be kneeled here. That's what Coach Rapp's been doing. So that comes with 10:14 left in the fourth. And snap back to Barb. And actually he'll hand it off to Mitchell. Mitchell does get in for the 2-point conversion to make it 54-8. And we'll come back after these messages here on TuckerCountySports.com.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County High School football and basketball YouTube live page is being brought to you by Pat and Jaden Nichols, attorney at law, Jim's All-Star, Mike Rosenall, your Tucker County Commissioner, Atkins Home Center in Southern States of Parsons, Mr. Pizza of Parsons, Robert Estates Incorporated, United Financial Service, Grand Slam Grill, St. George Medical Clinic, Grant County Bank, Mountain State Brewery and Pizza, and by Fargo Insurance Group. And now back to more exciting action right here on TuckerCountySports.com.
And back here, R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field, class of 1984 stadium. Tucker County scores again, this time on a 3-yard touchdown run by Luke Barb. 2-point conversion is good to make the score 54-8 Tucker County. And kickoff coming here for Tucker County. Maddox Anderson will kick it off. Fielded by Pendleton, and up the field he goes, and he's going to be raced down here by Maddox Anderson to save a touchdown. But a good return by Pendleton. That's the second good return tonight by Pendleton. That gentleman, number 42, I don't have him on the roster, don't think. And sorry about that, but
Rhodes on the return for the Wildcats.
PA says Rhodes. Maybe it was Rhodes, but I thought it looked like a 42. Maybe it was a 12. Nope, there's a 42 out there. And I do not have 42 on my roster. I'm sorry about that, folks. So I'm not sure who 42 is, but Rhodes is on the sideline, 12. Unless there's another Rhodes, and I don't have that number. Sorry about that, but anyway, Pendleton with the ball at the Tucker 25-yard line after that return. New quarterback in for Pendleton. Number 7, Tucker Smith. He tosses it to Tracy, number 3, and he's drugged for a loss. That'll be second down and long for Pendleton. A loss of 5.
Carry for the Wildcats. Switch on the stop for the Mount Lions.
Loss of 5 for Pendleton. Puts the ball back to the 30-yard line. Started at the 25 of Tucker. And it's back to the 30. Excuse me. 8 minutes left in this game. Pendleton hand it off. Running the ball is number 30. Actually, no, that's number 70. Noble on the carry. And he gets maybe a yard. Yep, they give him a yard to the 29. Third down and 15, or 14 for Pendleton. Looking to pass. Got a man out there. It's caught. And he's got a first down. Oh, no, not a first down. He's got a good gain there. And that was, let's see who that was a pass from Smith over to number 42. And he takes it down to, let's see where they mark it, about the 17-yard line. Can't make that out. A couple yards short of the first down, and now they pass it across the middle, and they do get the first down. That pass complete to number 84. And they're playing some kids I do not have numbers or names for, and I apologize for that. The coach gave me some numbers, but obviously he didn't give them all to me. Anyway, first down, and they take the ball down to the 4 on that pass play. It'll be first and goal from there. Smith. Tucker Smith at quarterback. He'll hand it off, and it's a fumble, and Tucker County, I think, has it.
Fumble on the play.
Yep, Tucker County gets the ball on the fumble.
Outline recover.
And another turnover by Pendleton, this time at the Tucker 4. We got Tucker County getting the ball here.
The first 10 for the Mountain Lions on their own 5-yard line.
And now a run by Tucker as they had the ball at their own 5. Trying to get it out of the shadow of their end zone.
For the Mountain Lions, Tucker Smith on the South 40 Wildcats brings up a second 7 for the Mountain Lions.
3-yard run there by George. Here comes Barb with a nice run. Going to be a block in the back, and he's going to score, but a big run by Luke Barb. Nobody's going to catch him, but it's coming back. Flag all the way back down at the 17, 15-yard line. And it's going to be a... There's another penalty. I don't know what...
Block in the back, number 19 for the offense. Replay second down.
A big-time run there by Luke Barr, but it's all for none. They call a block in the back down here, all the way down at the 16-yard line. So, going to give him about 8 yards. They'll give him yardage to the 16. That's how this works. So the ball was on the 8.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 17 of the offense. Literally just no one on the field of play.
Well, we got another penalty. It's going to back it up even further. But right now, the penalty's at the 16. That's going to be an 8-yard run by Barb. And then the penalty markage.
Unsportsmanlike. Number 70 on the defense. Literally just no one during the play.
Oh, 70 on the defense. Oh, that's different. So that'll give Tucker the ball first and 10. They'll mark the difference off on these penalties, and it'll be a 5-yard gain for Tucker here. And it'll be second down. Well, it shouldn't be. Yeah, I guess it would be first down because the ball was at the 16, so they moved it 5 yards up, so the ball's at the 23-yard line. If you can get all that mess. After all that, Tucker's got first and 10 at the 23. And Barb ran 85 yards and got 8 yards out of it. All right, first and 10 Tucker. Barb trying to catch his breath. He'll hand it off. This time to Rapp, looks like. Yep. Rapp with the carry.
Rapp on the carry for the Mountain Lions. Brings up
Give him
second down and 38 for the Mountain
Give him
Lions.
2 yards to the 25. Three minutes left in this game, folks. Barb will hand it off to Mitchell. Mitchell makes a man miss, but then he's tackled. There's flags flying everywhere. Got a flag on this side of the field, flag on the other side of the field. And they're all going to be on Tucker, I believe.
Carry for the Mountain Lions, penalty marker on the play. Fouls in the play. The illegal shift on the offense, number 13. Holding, number 64 on the offense. Will decline the illegal shift, except the hold. Second down.
The penalties for Tucker County, both of them. He'll push the ball back. And the official didn't pick up his flag. There's still a flag laying in the middle of the field. And he's going to get it now. 2 minutes left. Barb. He'll hand it off. Looks like wrap again. And he'll gain
Wrap on the carry for the
maybe a yard.
Wildcats on the stop. Brings up a third down and 19 for the Mount Lions.
Third down 19. A minute 40 left. And we got somebody watching live from Franklin in Pendleton County. Sorry about the score. From Englewood, Florida. And here's another run by Tucker County, and it's Barb, I believe.
Barb on the carry for the Mount Lions.
And he gets a few yards there.
Brings up fourth down. It's 4th and 17 for the Mount Lions.
And bring the ball up to the 16, so about 2 or 3 yards there for Barb. It's going to be fourth down. They're going to punt it away. Rosenall comes in to punt it. Punt received by Pendleton and tackled immediately by Tucker County, and they'll stop the clock here one last time for the change of possession.
A first 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
And
The Mount Lions 40.
a couple more shout outs here. Jim Lansbury, class of 56. That's about it. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. That's going to be the ball game. Tucker County gets the win as they wind the clock. They're not going to get a playoff, and the score final is 54-8. Tucker County wins it. We'll be back after these messages to try to wrap this thing up. We'll give you some unofficial stats, and we'll get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. This has been TuckerCountySports.com. Let's listen to these fine sponsors who's helped bring this broadcast to you. And the St. George Medical Clinic. Don't want to forget about them. Thank you them for the sponsoring the video. But the rest of these sponsors for the audio commentary.
This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast live on the Tucker County basketball and football YouTube live pages is being brought to you by Pat and Jaden Nichols, attorney at law. Proud to support Tucker County Sports. Jim's All-Star, hot food, cold beverages, and gas. Mike Rosenall, your Tucker County Commissioner, wishing all Tucker County High School Mountain Lions a safe and successful season. Atkins Home Center and Southern States of Parsons. Mr. Pizza of Parsons, home of the Mr. Big. More than just pizza, try our sub salads and wings. Robert Estates Incorporated, serving all of your general contracting needs. United Financial Service, auto, life, and commercial insurance plus annuities. Grand Slam Grill. Visit us for our signature burgers and our fresh cut fries. St. George Medical Clinic, locations in St. George, Parsons, and Canaan Valley. Grant Valley Bank, committed to the communities we serve. Mountain State Brewery and Pizza. Call us for your next pizza order, located in Thomas. Fargo Insurance Group, your local nationwide insurance agent. This TuckerCountySports.com broadcast is also being brought to you by Riccatelli Fencing and Lumber Company, your local rustic fence provider. Kidwell Auto Parts with locations in Parsons and Thomas. Bob Gutshaw, your local State Farm insurance agent. Cortland Acres, the nature of care. Choose us for your long-term care, rehab, and therapy needs. Mountain Valley Bank, locations in Parsons, Elkins, and Mill Creek. Stumptown Ales, open daily in downtown Davis. Taggart's Valley Orthopedics, now located at Davis Medical Center in Elkins. The Paint Store, your local Benjamin Moore paint supplier. The Grove Cafe and Bakery, located on Virginia Avenue in Petersburg. The Spectacle Family Eye Care, your local eye care provider located in Petersburg. Sirianni's Cafe with locations in Davis and Canaan Valley. And by Miners and Merchants Bank. Call the Friendly Bank for your next loan. And now back to more exciting Mountain Lions action right here, TuckerCountySports.com.
All right, we're back here at R.H. Armstrong Memorial Field. Class of 1984 Stadium. Tucker County gets the win over Pendleton County by the final of 54-8. And we'll go down through the scoring here real quick. And Tucker County got on the board in the first quarter on a 15-yard touchdown pass from Rosenall to Will Fong to make it 8-0. Then a 5-yard pass from Rosenall to Anderson made it 16-0 in the second quarter. All this happened in the second. It was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. A Tucker County 20-yard touchdown pass to Maddox Anderson from Rosenall made it 24-0. And then a 51-yard pass to Will Fong from Rosenall made it 32-0. Pendleton County then got on the board on a kick return for a touchdown with 1:30 left in the second to make it 32-8. Tucker County scored in the third quarter on a 14-yard touchdown pass to Maddox Anderson from Rosenall to make it 40-8. A 21-yard touchdown pass from Rosenall to Will Fong with 3:37 left in the third made it 46-8. And then Luke Barb scored on a 3-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter to make it 54-8. That's your final. Looking at the stats, Pendleton County ends the game with 36 yards rushing, 69 yards passing, for 105 total yards. Tucker County, unofficial stats, looks like this. 189 yards rushing. We got 105 yards rushing from Jared Reel on 15 carries. Luke Barb ends up with 42 yards rushing. And Ethan Rosenall ends the night 12 of 13 passing for 162 yards. He connected with Garrett Wilfong for 3 receptions for 87 yards. Maddox Anderson had 6 receptions for 54 yards. And Blake Adams had 3 receptions for 21 yards. Total passing for Tucker County, 171 yards passing and 189 yards rushing for 360 total yards for Tucker County in the win. They get it, the win tonight, 54-8. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Fred Meyer for joining me at halftime. I want to thank all the fine sponsors for coming on board and helping with this broadcast. St. George Medical Clinic, I want to thank them for all they do. And then all the sponsors you heard on all the commercials. If you're wanting to get on this sponsor deal, it's not that hard. There's a little information on the website on TuckerCountySports.com. A little information on how that works. You get a spot on the website. You get a commercial mention during all of our broadcasts. We will do some basketball games also during the basketball season. So that's all a yearly price. So if you're interested in that, get on there. My email's on there. Give me an email and send me an email, and we'll get you hooked up with an ad on the website and on the broadcast. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Next week, Tucker County's on the road at Moorfield, and then we'll be back a couple weeks after that on the 20th for a home game against Smithburg, Maryland. That'll be October 20th. That's our next home game and our next broadcast here on TuckerCountySports.com. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. It's been Dave Helmick. Good night, everybody.